Rising tides. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. In the bustling town of Genoa City, the lives of its residents were interwoven with secrets, ambitions, and a quest for redemption. Amid the chaos surrounding the Newman and Abbott families, another story began to unfold. One that involved a young woman named Nikke, who was determined to make her mark in a world rife with challenges. Nikke was a fiery spirit, raised in a modest household by a single mother who worked 2 jobs to provide for them. Ever since she was a child, she had bold dreams of success in the fashion industry, a realm she adored for its glitz and glamour. Her mother, while supportive, often cautioned her about the treachery of the industry and the necessity of staying grounded. But dreams often come at a price. As the weeks unfolded in February, Nikke found herself grappling with temptations and the weight of her aspirations. On February 15th, Nikke's life took an unexpected turn. A new high-profile fashion designer, Phyllis, arrived in town, sending waves through the community. Phyllis was known for her daring designs and her equally daring personality. She was a woman who had clawed her way to the top, and when she set her sights on a new fashion line, one that would redefine elegance, she needed the best and brightest in her corner. Nikke, filled with both excitement and trepidation, found herself drawn into Phyllis's orbit. Phyllis saw potential in the young woman and offered her an internship that could launch her career. "I want you to not just assist me," Phyllis said, her eyes blazing with ambition. "I want you to create. Let's shake things up in fashion. Show the world what you're made of." Nikke could hardly believe her ears. This was the opportunity she had always dreamed about, but it came with the lurking shadows of envy and rivalry. As tides turned, Nikke's newfound position attracted attention from her peers in the industry, some of whom were not so pleased about the young protégé stealing the limelight. Among them was a seasoned designer, Vanessa, who had always seen herself as Phyllis's right hand. Vanessa viewed Nikke with contempt, and it began to show. Rumors began to swirl around the office. Phyllis's trust in Nikke only fueled Vanessa's jealousy. A young and ambitious intern wasn't about to bring down a seasoned designer's reputation, or so Vanessa thought. As the days passed, Nikke found herself becoming the target of Vanessa's schemes. As the tension escalated, Nikke received an anonymous tip about a potentially damaging secret that Vanessa was hiding, a financial dispute with one of her suppliers that could surface and jeopardize her career. Nikke, torn between loyalty and professional survival, was faced with a moral dilemma. Phyllis, sensing the storm brewing, tried to mediate. "You need to focus on your work and not get distracted by the pettiness around you," she advised Nikke. "Strength comes from integrity." But Nikke's instincts were conflicted. She wasn't someone who could easily turn a blind eye to injustice, especially if it could hurt someone's career, yet the stakes were incredibly high. She knew that revealing Vanessa's secret could have consequences that reached beyond her own career, and she hesitated. During an intense week of preparations for an upcoming fashion show, Nikke decided to confront Vanessa. In a quiet moment away from the chaos, she approached her rival. "Vanessa, I know things haven't been easy for you, but we both share a passion for this industry," Nikke began. "I don't want to be part of any conflict. Why can't we support each other instead of tearing each other down?" Vanessa eyed her, surprise mingling with a frown. "Support each other? This is a cutthroat game, sweetie. Only the strongest survive." Nikke stood her ground. "You might be right, but I'm not willing to sacrifice my values for success." At that moment, a shift occurred. Vanessa seemed captivated by Nikke's relentless spirit, reminiscing her own younger self. But the tension remained, and the situation was unresolved. The day of the fashion show arrived, spotlighting the fierce competition between the designers. As models strutted down the runway showcasing the latest collections, Nikke's heart raced as she anxiously awaited her debut creation to be unveiled. But backstage, Vanessa was up to no good. She had orchestrated a series of sabotage events, manipulating the order of the outfits and ensuring that Nikke's designs would be the last to go on display, a calculated move intended to ensure that they wouldn't shine. When Nikke discovered the plan, she was furious, but deep down, she knew this wasn't just about her career, it was about standing up for what was right. In a bold move, she ran to Phyllis and disclosed Vanessa's scheme. "Phyllis, Vanessa is sabotaging my collection," she exclaimed breathlessly. Phyllis's eyes narrowed, and with newfound determination, she took charge. "Then let's turn this show around. We'll put your designs first. Show everyone what you're capable of." With the clock ticking, Nikke pulled herself together. The adrenaline surged through her veins as she prepared for the biggest moment of her life. When the curtain lifted, the audience was painted with awe as models emerged wearing Nikke's stunning collection, a beautiful blend of fearless styles and innovative silhouettes. The crowd erupted in applause, and Nikke felt a rush of vindication. She had worked tirelessly for this moment, and now, all her hard work was bearing fruit. Spurred on by the roaring appreciation, she stepped onto the runway, tears of joy streaming down her face. In that instant, Phyllis watched from backstage, pride swelling in her chest. "You did it, Nikke." "This is just the beginning," she said, embracing her young protégé. But Vanessa stood in the shadows, watching with bitterness. Her plan had backfired, and instead of being celebrated, she found herself on the outskirts of success, her reputation tarnished by her own jealousy. In the aftermath of the show, Nikke's career took off. She received interviews, sponsorships, and more, all thanks to the recognition she'd gained. Phyllis, impressed by the young talent, decided to partner with Nikke on a collaborative collection, combining their strengths. As the days turned to weeks, Nikke learned the value of resilience and integrity, understanding that success was about more than just talent, it was about fighting for what was right. She had navigated a tumultuous sea but emerged stronger. Meanwhile, Vanessa faced repercussions for her actions, losing her position as a lead designer. But instead of relishing in her downfall, Nikke extended a hand. "We can all learn from our mistakes. Why don't we find a way to work together?" she suggested, surprising Vanessa. The months that followed were filled with challenges, triumphs, heartbreak, and reconciliation. Nikke's collaboration with Phyllis became a sensation, and together, they launched a line that pushed the boundaries of fashion. Vanessa, although initially resistant, found herself gradually accepting Nikke's invitation. Working together, they discovered common ground and even formed a bond based on their shared passion for fashion. The industry is vast and unpredictable, filled with highs and lows. Through it all, Nikke learned that true success lies not just in personal achievements but in uplifting others along the way. As spring blossomed in Genoa City, the overcast clouds of February had dissipated into a bright sky, symbolizing the hope that lay ahead.